Chicken's gonna buy us 8 tacos. We're gonna get 4 to go and 4 for here.
Perfect.
Oh, what is that? That's lingual, though. I don't know. Did we get a picture of Karen? Oh, gracias. Okay, a little bit of tripe, Ryan. Come on. Full disclosure, first time I've ever had tripe. It's actually good.
It's good. You like that?
Yeah, I like everything.
That's good.
A little more? When in Rome.
When in Rome. How is it?
Oh, it's bomb.
Nice.
It's freaking delicious. They call it pollo con perro. Really good. Pump your own gas.
People don't understand how privileged I am.
That is so. You
get that fuel in that truck.
You filmed this.
This is how we do it. Bring your wallet, Bob. We got stuff to buy.
Got it.
Sportsman's. We've arrived.
We have arrived.
Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Yeah, balmy 94 at
Dude, it's nice. If it was like this, all the time,
710.
perfect.
On our second day of travel, we were scheduled to meet up with the outfitter about noon. Arriving at our meeting spot a bit early, we decided to step outside the vehicle and start glassing. All at once, the smells, the sounds, and the textures of this new environment sort of waft over you, enveloping your body and mind. It's a feeling that is difficult for me to describe, yet makes perfect sense to another hunter without ever saying a word. When we arrived at base camp, or what would be our home for the next 5 days, we were all pleasantly surprised. Not exactly what I was thinking when I heard sheep hunt. This home was beautiful. It was adorned with animals from the ranch, tons and tons of native and local culture. It was the perfect home in its perfect environment, and it was a very welcome surprise to this sheep hunt. We got settled in our rooms, got changed, had some lunch, and then had a quick orientation to cover the rules of the ranch, how the hunt was going to go, a little expectation management, and then we loaded our stuff in the truck. We're going to go shoot the rifle and take some inventory tonight.
They lamb, I guess, in January and February. Those lambs are about 3-4 months
Look at him. He's not worried about us all. He's back to
You
eating.
look over here, there's the babies. Look where this mountain comes down, and then you see the road.
Okay.
Look where it breaks right there. Right.
Now, before we get too far along, let me introduce our hunter and support team. The man with the tag is my good friend Bob Auerbach. This hunt was booked through High West Outfitters. Owner and lead guide, Mr. Jim Breck-Bean. Co-guiding is the famous Randy Johnson with High Desert Wild Sheep Guides out of Utah. The support team consists of the ranch manager and all-around great hunter, Evie. James Barton, Eagle Eyes, High West Outfitters. Ron Nielsen, close friend and Bob's hunting mentor. And yours truly behind the camera, Ryan Olson, WHITEBONE Creations. Now let's get back to this hunt. We spent the evening just glassing around and looking over what is West Texas, this beautiful mountain range in the Sierra Diablos. It was amazing and wonderful. Right up into the point, Randy said, I got 2 rams, and everything changed.
James, you go ahead and We got.
He's got a pretty big hoop.
Oh, look at him now, Randy. He's turned sideways.
Oh, I took my thing off.
Hurry up. That's a ram.
Yes. Right. Try to get 2 of them. We're heading down to take a look at 2 rams. They look big from here, but it's hard to say till we get there. We're making a plan.
It's amazing to me how much the technology has changed the way we hunt. Fantastic optics, phone scopes, things of this nature where we can look, judge, size up an animal without ever harassing them until the decision is made that that's the animal we want to pursue.
Family specimen. Let's set up the shot. Okay.
With the decision made that this is the ram for us, we try and shave 100 yards from our position. As we stand up to move, they stand up to feed, and about the time we get settled, they crest the rim and step over the top. Shuffling down the mountain to get another look, we realize they fed up and out of the draw, so we're going to leave them be and try and relocate them in the morning. Today's agenda was super straightforward. Let's relocate the 2 rams from the night before, give them a good look, and see if we can make things happen.
Bob, you hired some pretty talented gate men.
It's a pretty expensive gate, man. That's what I say. Only the best for me and my plans.
As the sun lit the rim of the canyon, we picked apart every piece of real estate those rams could have traveled on. After about an hour of glassing, we reached out to Ron and Evie, and they had seen 2 big rams cross the draw in front of them, so we hot-footed it over there to see if we could get them relocated. With all of us back on the rim where the rams got seen last, the name of the game is to look, and look some more. It hadn't been long and Jim Bruck turned up a real nice ram feeding just below the rim. As we got a closer look, we realized it was not one of the 2 rams from the night before. So we just regrouped and decided to pick over some new country. I always preach this, but knowing the forage of the animal you're chasing is paramount. Here we're looking at some oak brush before and after it had been eaten. It just helps the puzzle and the understanding of the entire hunt. This young ram just kept showing up. You'll see him throughout the film. It is just great to see how healthy and alive they are in West Texas. We never did relocate those rams, so we went to a new area and I put down the glass and just did my job. Not every camera guy can do that.
Well, day 2 of the hunt. I'm excited. I got some of the best guys in the world for sheep hunting, and it's hard. It's not easy, and it's not for the weak of heart. Come prepared mentally, physically, emotionally. It's just a hard thing, but I wouldn't want it any other way, because if and when I get my shot and I can finish it, it's going to be a thrill. It'll be the best trophy of my life. Thanks for asking. Pissing our pants back here, don't worry.
You're in good hands.
Come to Jesus, because reminds me. Left to the left, to the left, left, left. Oh my. You have been down this road?
No, I haven't. He doesn't know if he can even turn around on it. We may have to leave this here.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Take a look what's ahead.
We spent the morning of day 2 dodging the wind, looking for new areas where there could be some sheep. We found some ewes and we went down this incredible scar of a road on the side of the mountain. We had some lunch, and this is going back up that road. Sheep hunting is a true adventure.
Never doubted you for a second.
That's awesome, dude. I love that.
Changing locations from one to the other, having a good old time. Ron says, "Big Ram." Oh, that magnificent 7-year-old just had us all spellbound for 30 minutes. Deep down, every single one of us knew we needed to give this ram a few more years. Me being the least experienced with sheep hunting, I knew in my core, there's this moral dilemma that happens. You're here pursuing this animal, and you know in your heart the right thing to do is to let him walk, let him breed a couple years, and look for an older, more mature ram. Nothing is quite as rewarding as doing the right thing and having it pay off. So as we watch this ram do his thing with his ewes, we let him go. We tried to absorb that experience, live in the moment, and then focus our thoughts on an older ram. Day 3, we wake up re-inspired and optimistic. Anything could happen. We're going to get up on the rim and we're going to put the glass to work in hopes to find a big old mature ram. Look who paid us another visit, the magnificent 7-year-old. This ram, we just couldn't get enough of him, but we had made the decision. He is not the one, not at this age. So we took a good look and then just kept hunting.
Well, we're waiting to hear from our guides who are out surveying right now. I think we hope they're looking at a ram. And Ron is not feeling 100%. He says he's 20%. I feel good. You looking good there, Mr. Ryan, and we're just waiting, and it's been hard. It's the Sierra Diablo mountain range. It's not for the weak of heart. And
the Devil's Mountains.
These animals are hardy, and they live in some of the most extreme parts of our planet. We're blessed. We're having a good old time. Whoa!
That was in the old man's leg right there.
Called you an old man.
Gotta pull this one out too.
Day 3 wound up being a very trying day. Heat, wind, thorns, 6 underage rams, and to tell you the truth, the whole thing was wonderful. Day 4, we wake up to a forecast of extreme winds, a 40-degree temperature drop, potential hail, potential rain, just an all-around epic weather day.
a baby do, Randy?
I can't stress this enough, but when times get tough and you can't hunt due to weather conditions or whatever, that's God's way of saying stop and look around. Take in your environment. Absorb what you're seeing. You wait all year to be here, and when you're finally here, you're not looking. Pump the brakes and let the natural world, with all of its vegetation and hardscape, heal your soul. Be thankful for that downtime and realize it's your reminder to stop and take it all in. We split up in 2 vehicles early in the morning, and Randy and Jim Breckbean went over to check the top of the rim, and we stayed on the bottoms. And about mid-morning, we got a call saying, "Hey, you better get over here. We've got some rams located that are playing the boundary line. Let's get in position in case they come on to us." It's almost go time, Bob.
Yeah.
Got some rams located.
Got some rams located and they're on the ranch, so I'm just trying to stay in my calm state.
Y'all, we got settled in to watch these rams, and the air got cool and still, and from the front view things were nice and bright, and I was watching from the rear, and this weather was coming hard and fast. That evening, the area surrounding the Sierra Diablo Mountains got pounded with golf ball size hail. There was over 30 lightning fires and miles of crop damage. We were chasing sheep in the eye of the storm. On day 5, the weather was beautiful. The wind had quit, it wasn't too hot, and the sheep were on their feet. As good hunters, we abide by a very clear code of ethics. We stay well within the laws put in place by us. The rules, regulations, and boundaries are gin clear. These particular sheep work their way in and around the boundary lines of a few neighboring properties. We watched them feed onto us and feed back off of us. And all at once, we kind of realized that, hey, this is going to take a return trip, which was already on the calendar. So we sat back and watched them and just realized that come the end of July in the rut, it'd be a completely different story.
All right, Bob. 5 days of sheep hunting. Lots and lots and lots of rams. Highs and lows. Overcome some fears, some challenges. And we're going to come back in a month. It was epic, man.
Greatest hunt of my career. I just tell you, I surrounded myself with good people. Just quality ranch, quality hunters, quality animals. I'm a lucky man. I'll be back.
If you would, please remove your hat. I'd like to close in prayer. Lord, thank you for magnificent animals in these truly wild and beautiful places. Thank you for the time in the field, for the education, the strength, and the increased know-how. Lord, thank you for new friends and new relationships created on this hunt. Thank you for giving us dominion over the animals to utilize and protect. And lastly, Lord, I thank you for looking over our families while we are gone. In your name we pray. Amen.